Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Work. Now, I apologize, this is quite the ghetto setup for me, but I'm in the process of moving, so I'm on a laptop with a trackpad. I'm using my AirPods. It's a mess, but we can still talk about pick'em predictions for the major. So this is going to be the first stage. We're in the challenger stage. We have a lot of teams qualified from all over the world: the Asian RMR, the Americas RMR, the European RMR. These are all the possible teams I can go through. So lay of the land, instead of having just a 3-0-0-3 and people to advance, we now have to get it right if they're going to go 3-1 and 3-2. So say, for example, Cloud1, I picked them to advance, but say they go 3-0 instead, that means that I missed that pick. So these have to be a little bit more specific, a little bit more exact, but maybe that makes it fun. So we're going to give it a shot. So I got this nifty difty simulator right here. So basically what we're going to do is round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, etc. I'm going to click on who I think is going to win on these matchups, and then once we get to the end, we'll have a really good idea of what my predictions pick predictions should be. All right, Cloud9 versus Ecstatic. I'm going to leave that on Cloud9 because Cloud9, although they've had some shaky starts, I think they've had a lot of time because they've been eliminated from different events as of late to get their shit together. Let's hope so, because I really like this roster. Even though I believe in Ecstatic, I don't believe they're going to go 0-3. Spoiler alert. Alright, Eternal Fire and Mongols. This is actually kind of a toss-up, but I feel like Eternal Fire is one of those teams that just has Turkish talent. Like, they just have some amazing depth. So I'm going to leave it on them. Ents versus Imperial. Man, so far I don't have to change anything. Ents is a potential 3-0 from my standpoint. I'm going to leave that on Ents. Apex versus Pain. This is where it gets a little complicated. Apex has been looking really, really sharp, but Pain have really high highs and very low lows. I'm going to give it to Apex just because of experience. Maybe Pain's going to be a little bit nervous with this newer roster. Oh my gosh, is this first row basically already decided for me? Heroic versus Lin Vision. Um, Lin Vision, I think, have the potential to upset, but for now, I'll leave it to Heroic. Nine Pandas versus Amcol. These are both really solid Russian teams. It's so hard to say. Man, I'm going to leave it on 9 Pandas. So this first round one, I swear, I don't think I'm changing anything. Sakoi, I'm not changing it. Furia, Legacy, I'm not changing it. Wow. Alright, that was already decided for me, basically. Cloud9 versus Furia in round 2. I'll give it to Cloud9. Eternal Fire versus Saw. This is a tough one. I feel like Saw is one of those dark horse teams that's going to cause a lot of upsets. I'll leave it on Eternal Fire, though, for now. Ents versus 9 Pandas. I'll give it to Ents. Apex versus Heroic. Okay, we're going to change something. I'm changing it to Heroic. I think that Heroic has shown a lot more chemistry and a lot more depth when the going gets tough. Apex also has that in them. They got that dog in them, but I feel like Heroic have been impressing me lately with very what seems like rush pieces, but it's not rushed. They're doing really well. Ecstatic versus Legacy. I feel like Legacy is going to be an 0-3 team, so I'm going to go with Ecstatic here. Mongols versus Koi. Might be a toss-up because Koi could be a dark horse, but Mongols is definitely sharper. Imperial versus Amcol. Ooh, I'm going to give it to Amcol. No offense to the Brazilian boys. I really like Vinny as an IGL, but Amcol just has more experienced roster. Pain versus Lin Vision Gaming. This is actually a huge toss-up. This could really affect 0-3 picks right here. Man. Alright, I'm gonna give it to Pain. That's tough. That's tough. I can see Lin Vision. Actually, you know what? Chinese teams always do crazy in the challenges. I'm gonna give it to Lin Vision. Let's go crazy with it. Ents versus Cloud9. This is where the 3 O's get broken. And I personally believe... Oh, man, I could see it going either way, because it's like Cloud9 on paper should win, but they can disappoint when the odds are in their favor, and Ents is a team that takes advantage of that. Alright, spicy prediction. I think it's going to be Ents over Cloud9. Eternal Fire versus Heroic, I'm going to give it to Eternal Fire. So Ents and Eternal Fire are going to be my 3-0 picks. So that is already locked in place. We got 9 Pandas versus Lin Vision. This is another spicy one, but 9 Pandas, that Russian team is really strong. Apex versus Amcol. I'll give it to Apex. Yes, I will. So where are we at? There's a couple teams who might be eliminated here. Koi and Legacy are going to be my 03 picks, apparently. I didn't think I was going to put Koi, but here we are. Alright, moving on to Saw versus Mongols. Oh, these are both really strong Dark Horse teams. It's like, shoot, which one do I go with this time? I'm going to give it to Saw. Furia versus Ecstatic. I'm going to give it to Furia. They've been looking sharper and sharper. Alright, here we go. Cloud9 versus Saw. Wow, I could really see Saw pulling this out and forcing Cloud9 into the elimination bracket. Man. I think Saw's going to impress. That is my bold prediction of this tournament. I think Saw is going to impress. Heroic versus Furia. Now, it's a bit of a toss-up, to be honest. I'm gonna give it to Furia this time. Surprisingly, Furia 3-1. Okay, shoot. All right, 9 Pandas versus Apex. Oh, I'm gonna give it to 9 Pandas. All right, Mongols versus Pain Gaming. I think I'll give it to Mongols as well. Lin Vision versus Imperial. I'll give it to Imperial. MCall versus Ecstatic. Oh, I'll give it to Amcol. Okay. Now we are in the 2-2 elimination. Cloud9 versus Imperial. I'm giving it to Cloud9. Heroic versus Amcol. I'll give it to Heroic. Apex versus Mongols. Oh my god, that one is actually tough. That one is actually tough. Alrighty. I'm gonna give it to... I'll give it to Apex. They have major experience. They have grit and determination. So, final result category, I am ghetto, so I'm going to take a picture with my phone, and let's make it happen. Alright, so who were our 3-0? We got Ents, and we have Eternal Fire. These are the teams that have the grind set that will slip through. Everyone's probably going to be putting like freaking Cloud9, maybe even Furia. I don't think so. I don't think it's that clean and obvious. Although, in the 3-1, we did have 9 Pandas. We did have Saw, and we did have Cloud9. Okay? So for the 3-2 bracket... Oh, wait. No, we had Furia, sorry, instead of Cloud9. So we got to switch these around. So Cloud9 is going to be in the 3-2 bracket. They almost got eliminated in my prediction, but they did not. Heroic and Apex are the other teams that... oh, that's Heroic's old logo. Valve, please fix. And finally, for the 0 and 3, it's going to be Koi and Legacy. Unlucky. So that means Lin Vision, Amcol, Imperial, Pain, Mongols, and Ecstatic will not make it through based off of my predictions. These are just my predictions. These are not yours. So don't take it personally if you copied mine and then it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen. This is how I am anticipating it to go down. So... hope you like the content. Let's get to the freaking correct pick'ems for the opening stage. This coin's going to be a little bit tougher to get, but I believe that we can make it. So, hope you like the content. Take it easy, guys.